welcome to Good Vibes Tarot. So today we're doing a 15-minute reading with the Oracle of Wisdom, I believe. Um, so we're gonna get started. So if you have headphones on, you might want to turn them down to protect your eardrums. Okay. So we have breathe, never ending story, time to go. There's kind of sort of like a similar, like at the top with the banner, more or less. It's very similar, but one is brighter than the other. So, like, with this breathe and never end a story, what I want to say, like, when you meditate and take a time out, take a step back from the situation, and reevaluate and really think about it, you will see that it keep going round and round and round. Like, there's what you thought was a solution, what you thought was helping the situation isn't. It's just prolonging the end. And it's like when you act like you should walk away from it the whole time to go, is more or less just prolonging, like, you leaving or that person leaving or the end of it. Because this technically the relationship or the connection been done, okay, it's been over, but you haven't really like used words or cut off contact from each other or stayed away from each other to actually like understand that y'all no longer like are friends or a couple or co-work, like whatever it is, kind of thing. And then we have yin, which is supposed to be like the divine feminine energy, with being very nurturing and motherly and loving and caring. And then we have exchanging gifts. And then we have orphaned. Oh, the person's not letting you go because of the love and care and support that you give them. They might not give that back to you because it's a cat, okay, and that's independence. It's like when you meditate, or like you take a time back, or take a step back and think about the situation, you realize that it's time to like love and care and nurture yourself. Where you was giving all that love and care and support to other people, you have overlooked yourself for a while, and it's now time to give that to yourself rather than giving it to other people. And now, when you start doing that, start setting boundaries and having healthy boundaries, like with your like other people, or like removing yourself. Some people are gonna say that you ghost them, or you like made them feel like an orphan and stuff like that. And then also like the people that benefited off of you like like where you're like giving more than you're receiving. Now when you stop doing that, they will like also leave your life, and then you might feel orphaned. But it was more so the people that would have continued to take from you, kind of thing. Where the saying where like if you're a giver, you need to know that like you need to have a limit and know your limits, because takers will continue to take and take and take from you. That's basically the situation. And oh yeah, the bandana came back. And now it's similar to this one. With this, like they're all the same thing, but where this is a little bit brighter, this is had a little bit of color, and then that has like the well, not a little bit of color, a little bit of colors fading. There we go, and that has like the most the colors fading. Um, yeah, it's basically draining you and depleting you until you have like pretty much nothing left to give, and then they will leave. Which is why I'm saying like the saying of like learning when to have a limits, because people will legit just continue to take and take and take from you. And then with the cat being here, it talks about being independent and having a sense of self, but also like cats are very fierce and I won't say like introverted because they some of them socialize, but again they're very independent. They don't normally like interact with like their owner like often kind of thing, um or like all the time. Like some cats do, some cats don't. It's different depending on the cat. And especially like with playing, like some cats might like strings, whether some cats might um like plushies and stuff like that, or some might be like prey drive, like work with that. Some might like smelling. It's all like it's different for everybody. And your independence and your sense of self and uniqueness is a gift. And it is a gift that has been like you have overlooked for the sake of other people, but those people were taking advantage of your gift, so they didn't overlook it. They seen it, they know what it was. They realized that you didn't fully know what it was or know how to appreciate it or understand it, kind of thing, or even accept it. So they was able to take advantage of it and use it as like a weak point or something that you should be ashamed of when you shouldn't. Um, like you shouldn't be ashamed of being independent. Beyonce made a song for a whole reason. No, it wasn't Beyonce. No, Neo made a song for it. The whole like her whole like he even said it in the song like it turns him on. Like what? So as if the person is like if a man is really secure and stable in himself, you having independence and a sense of self will not bother him at all. Okay, so let's see if anything else that I want to say other than that. No, not all. That's it, pretty much. So no, we gotta move on. We have the Eight of Cups with God, the pleasure of man, children, with transformation and giving consolations in adversities. And then we have the King of Wands with God, the merciful judge, with giving answers to those in doubts. Yeah. You're stressing out or worrying about something that you already have the answers to. Or that you already knew, at least. You have to, with the Eight of Cups being, you have to walk away from some people or leave some people behind because they would like continue to like take from you and leave you depleted every time. So they will constantly and like breadcrumb you throughout your life. Like there was no equal give and take at all. You will always be given to that person and they will give you absolutely nothing back. And yeah, again, the solution is like walking away from that and loving yourself and caring for yourself and gaining a sense of independence for yourself. Whatever independence look like to you, like independence can look like different things for a lot of different people. Well, there's a difference between codependency and independence. Do not do that. Okay? Don't do that. Now you can be independent and have a relationship. Like the lady from Princess Diaries, right? I feel like we all should have watched that movie by now, right? She, um, she's in a relationship, right? She also even like have a tattoo that means like, but when they're with her husband, like by themselves, they are two independent, separate beings, but like they come together in this relationship, in this marriage, and like as two independent individuals, and like make a whole. Like they're not halves kind of thing. A person be like, "Oh, you're my better half." Like no, they're a whole. They know themselves. They know the good, the bad, and the ugly, and they accept themselves that way. So they don't need to find their other half or their better half, because they see that for themselves and acknowledge that for themselves, kind of thing. Um, so they're not looking for something outside of themselves or validation outside of themselves, because it's not really there. So they like give themselves that kind of love, care, and support, and then they also have somebody else on the outside, also giving themselves like love, care, and support, and vice versa. It's like the give and take are kind of sort of equal. Where in this situation, what is like one person could be a half, and the other person is like a quarter, or even 1/8, even worse. Like even worse. Then we have the Ten of Cups, with God, the Master of the Universe, with divine warrior, and confines the wicked and brings victory. Yeah. So like I said earlier, there's something that you're freaking out about that you already have the answers to. You need to take action, right, and walk away from this because it's no longer serving you. Especially with that time to go, and with the Eight of Cups, to actually like gain something that will make you happy and that can lead to emotional fulfillment. Then we have the Career Angel and the Bullying Prevention Angel. Told you they would just continue to take from you. They will continue to hurt you. And Spirit just like, which is why we told you to remove, or it's like remove them. Like either you need to like stay away from these people, or they make like trying to get them to stay away from you. But that doesn't mean that you start going to them, kind of thing. Especially with the Career Angel, like there's two paths. Like the path with them isn't gonna be any like, it's not gonna be better. It's gonna be very like hectic and stressful, and we had adversities, challenging, right? Especially with the whole bullying, they're gonna belittle you. They're gonna try to embarrass you every chance that they get, which is why Spirit is like, to avoid all that, that's why we just stop being their friends. We just stop talking to them. We don't socialize with them. We don't give them access to us anymore. They don't have access to our feelings, our presence, our whatever. Like they don't have access to you. A video popped in my head. You're no longer an employee at this establishment. You have been demoted. Like you can fire them for being your friend. You can fire them for being an associate, whatever it is. Like you can just basically be like, yeah, no, reclaiming, like, and call it a day. Because you have to protect yourself and your happiness and your peace. But yeah, that's all that I see for this video. If you feel like this video resonated with you, then please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye.